from KSAT 12. The news at noon starts right now.
Take a look at this. Right this minute, the crowds are beginning to gather outside of San Fernando Cathedral. These are people who are ready to experience the annual Passion of the Christ. It's a live look downtown.
The Passion Play started at 10 this morning at Travis Park. The processional just getting to Main Plaza, and here in just a few minutes we'll hopefully be able to show you that when it arrives. The play portrays Jesus as he's condemned to death and carries the cross, including the Stations of the Cross. Parishioners from San Fernando Cathedral are reenacting the Passion. It's
going to end with the portrayal of the crucifixion right there in front of the church on the steps of San Fernando Cathedral. We are live streaming the Passion Play on KSAT.com.
And of course, today is Good Friday, and this weekend is Easter. After staking their claim, campers showed up to local parks last night. The city lifted the curfew at several local parks. The curfew goes back into place on Sunday nights.
And there's plenty to do this Easter weekend, including lots of Easter egg hunts. We have all the details in the Things to Do section of KSAT.com.
And here's the good news. It's an actually beautiful day outside.
Yeah, we have more blue skies showing up. Yesterday was really nice. Maybe a little bit more cloud covered today, but all in all, it's a great Good Friday. We're going to see temperatures right about where they were yesterday, close to 80 degrees this afternoon. Now, the one thing that isn't so nice, and I'm suffering myself from this, is the oak numbers. They jumped up again today, so this is our new highest level that we've seen. They're up towards 8,130, so that's the highest level so far this season, and we've got molds at 260 low. Here's a look at our forecast. 79 at 3 o'clock, 80, again, our high this afternoon. Partly cloudy skies is what we'll call it. Southerly winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then tonight, a little bit warmer than it has been. We'll have more humidity to deal with. We could even see a little bit of fog by tomorrow morning and a lot more clouds over the weekend. So if you do have outdoor plans, no rain, but clouds and humidity and warm temperatures. There's another look outside. Right now we are at 70 degrees at the airport, 72 New Braunfels, and still some 60s for Bernie and Kerrville. Coming up, we'll take a look at our next chance of rain, and we'll look into next week, too, to see how the weather is shaping up. The latest there here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. New this noon, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says an armed man broke into a home.
That's right. Now they need your help to figure out who that person is. Let's take a look at the surveillance video. BCSO posted this on their Facebook page. Deputies say it shows the man dressed in black walking into a home after kicking in the front door.
Yeah, once he got inside the house, the man is seen holding a gun in his hands as he walks through the house. It is unclear if he took anything from the home. BCSO is asking for information that could help identify that man.
Also new this noon, nearly 2 years after a deadly hit and run in West Bexar County, there's a suspect facing charges. Police arresting Kenneth Arthur Relitz. He is charged with collision involving death. This all stems from an incident that was back in September of 2022 on Calabria Road near Arcadia Creek and Grissom Road. Back then, police told us that the driver hit 38-year-old Jeffrey Schaefer while he was riding a bicycle on Calabria. The following day, the suspect's car was found abandoned less than a half-mile away from the crash site. The car also reported stolen. At some point, police found blood in the vehicle, and they tell us the DNA sample matched Relitz's DNA sample. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office has identified a man who died in a double shooting at a Northeast Side home. Police found Miguel Salcedo as well as a woman shot inside the home not too far from Nacogdoches Road and O'Connor. The woman rushed to the hospital and at last check was in critical condition. At the scene, police labeled this shooting as an attempted murder-suicide. However, as of this morning, a staff member at the medical examiner's office said an examination had not yet been completed to determine the exact cause or the manner of Salcedo's death. Police said the shooting happened while 2 other people, another adult and a child, were inside the same home. They were able to escape safely and run to a neighbor's house to call for help.
A second man in jail in connection to a drug deal that turned deadly. San Antonio police say 26-year-old Jacob Kawazoe and another person shot and killed a man in Pearsall Park. Kawazoe now charged with murder. The other suspect who was arrested is 32-year-old Angus Octels Dalbot. He was taken into custody on Monday and is also facing a murder charge. San Antonio police say both men have criminal histories.
A former teacher at Comfort High School accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student and giving her the morning after pill. According to the arrest paperwork, 38-year-old Ty Rexroad had a physical relationship with a student. She was worried, or rather, he was worried that she could become pregnant. Investigators also believe they may have found another student who was allegedly being groomed by Rexroad. According to Kendall County authorities, more charges could be coming. Comfort ISD says Rexroad taught at the high school for 2 years but resigned this past February.
10 minutes that felt like an eternity. That is how staff at a Southtown daycare described the moment they and dozens of little guys and girls sat in lockdown as a woman was trying to break in Wednesday. Staff at Green Acres Child Care says it was just before nap time when a woman tried breaking into the daycare building. In the process, she shattered several windows. 25 students ranging from 16 months to 5 years old and 5 employees made their way into a restroom, locked the door, and then waited for police to show up.
We thought she was inside. And in that moment, that's when all of us were like, if she comes in, all the teachers are by the door. All the kids were never, we were covering the door. If anything was gonna happen, it was gonna go through us first.
That woman never made it inside. No one was injured. Police arrested that suspect for criminal mischief and for an active warrant for possession of a controlled substance. They believe she was having a mental health issue at the time and that she thought her kids were in the daycare being held captive.
This afternoon, a heads up, the city conducting a fire emergency drill at City Tower. During that time, the building's fire alarm system is going to activate. All the staff, tenants, and visitors are going to have to exit the building and report to safe zones. City Tower is on West Houston Street between North Main Avenue and North Florida Street. So if you see some commotion in the area, remember, it's just a drill.
Hey, the Spurs hosted the Knicks tonight, tried to do something very rare this season. We'll tell you what that is coming up.
This weekend, animal lovers can take home a new furry friend for less money, where you can find reduced adoption fees.
A Texas city once again trying to break a world record, and that is why the city of Kyle is calling on all Kyles to gather there this summer. City officials said they are asking anyone with the name Kyle to join them on May 18th to break the record for the largest same-name gathering. City officials said this is their 5th attempt to break the record. The current record held in Bosnia, where 2,325 participants named Ivan. How do you say it in Bosnia? In Bosnian.
Ivan.
Let's go with Ivan then. Gathered in July of 2017. Last year, the gathering of the Kyles brought in 1,490 Kyles from all over the country. It's free to participate, but you have to show proof that your first name is actually Kyle.
But in Bosnia, their names weren't Bosnia.
I don't know, but are you Bosnians? What are you in Bosnia?
Oh, okay. If you're looking for a new pet, you could adopt one at a discount this weekend. San Antonio Pets Alive is going to have reduced adoption fees for dogs and puppies tomorrow. Dogs and puppies can be adopted for only $25 during the Petco Love Adoption event. It's happening from noon to 4 at Petco's Ingram location. Adopted pets will go home spayed or neutered, microchipped, and with their current vaccinations. They're also going to get heartworm and flea preventatives. And take a look at some of these adorable pets that are up for adoption. We have their pictures on KSAT. Look at the little guy on your left. Look at those eyes. More information about the event on KSAT.com.
So if you got a dog named Kyle, can you go? Because it says anyone named Kyle, and a lot of people consider their pets as humans, especially their dogs. So I don't know.
Well, I was just trying to figure out why Bosnia would do with, well, I guess the name of the town must have been Ivan.
I think
Ivan?
so. Yeah, something along those.
You name your town Ivan?
Okay. Sure.
Come on, Kyles, come on out.
Good luck with the Kyle there in Kyle. Okay, let's take a look at where we stand with the aquifer. It is down again today, 0.2 of a foot to 639.8. In your palm count, as we showed you earlier, it's oak, 8,130. That's the big problem. Mold is low at 260. Will we get some rain to help tamp down some of this pollen? We'll take a look. Our next chance is on Monday. We'll talk about the details coming up.
Right now on KSAT.com, several San Antonio restaurants are hopping into Easter with brunches, buffets, treats, and family-style meals to celebrate the holiday.
Bakery Lorraine, Dorrego's, Land Race, and Springhouse Cafe. Just some of the spots around town offering specials. For the full list, all you got to do is head over to KSAT.com, and that has all your Easter takeout options.
Ooh, now it's time for the question of the day. It's got to be Easter related because Easter's on Sunday.
It is Good Friday.
And we have got opening up candy. So take a look here. Oh, I thought these were in a bag. Or these were individually wrapped. I thought they were regular skin. Oopsie. Well, do you like jelly beans? We've got plenty of them out.
Gotta eat them now.
Wow.
Anyway, hi. Question of the day, since we're talking candy and lots of jelly beans. Makes for a good picture there. What is your favorite Easter candy? Here we go. You have to choose from these. Jelly beans, Reese's eggs, Robin's eggs, remember those? Chocolate bunny, cream eggs, Peeps, Hershey minis, or gummy candy.
Oh,
do you have one?
It's the jelly beans.
Jelly beans?
Really?
Now,
Yeah.
I think it's the chocolate bunny.
Chocolate bunny? We've got these new Twizzler bunnies over here because I love Twizzlers.
I like the eggs that are marshmallows and they're covered in chocolate.
Oh, those are good too. Are those cream eggs?
Oh, those are fancy.
And I do like the cream eggs too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's only about 600 calories a serving.
You know what, Mike? Just put all that in a bag and bring it on over. There's nothing there that we cannot eat or will not eat. It's all good stuff.
I like your style, David.
I think it's always dangerous to have Mike on alone with bags of candy.
I know. I'm going to be on a sugar high by the end of this show. It's like, okay, let's go. So anyway, we'll see you in about 45 minutes. And some great things to do this weekend for Easter. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of energy today.
Well, he's got a lot of jelly beans to eat now. He poured them all over the table.
This is an hour you don't want to miss. Anything could happen with that much sugar. Meantime, on the other end of the spectrum, we have Justin Horn, who's a little under the weather with all the oak pollen.
Man, oak is getting me today, but let me just say the Robin's eggs are the way to go.
Those are cute.
Yeah, see, those are
Peeps, not surprisingly, we're at 0%.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all.
Very controversial choice.
Pretty sure those could survive the apocalypse. Anyway, let's take a look outside right now. We've got beautiful weather at the moment, 70 degrees. Dew point is at 55. That is on the rise, and that's because we have that southerly wind at 15 with a gust to 31. It is going to be a breezy afternoon. We'll see these high clouds and a few lower level clouds working through during the day, so it's not going to be perfectly sunny. You'll see blue sky from time to time, but you see some of these high clouds drifting west to east, and then we got some of the low clouds mixed in there too, so we'll call it partly cloudy. Temperatures up to 70 at the airport, 76 Pleasanton. We're closing in on 80 in Cotulla, and then the cool spots up in the hills, Rock Springs 68, Kerrville 68, Fredericksburg is at 67 there. A little closer look at Bexar County, 70 in Helotes, 71 Rio Medina, 71 right now in Hondo. And the wind gusts, these numbers have really picked up just within the last hour or so, and I think winds will really peak midday before they sort of subside a little bit later tonight. But we're already seeing those gusts close to 30, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a gust maybe up to 35 miles per hour from time to time today with that southerly wind. This shows wind gusts 30 and then dropping down a little bit towards the afternoon and evening hours with some gusts close to 20 miles per hour. But one thing's for sure, with those winds tonight and that added moisture, we'll see some warmer mornings ahead. Temperatures today will be close to 80 here in San Antonio. You'll find 70s in the hill country, and then we're already again close to 80 places like Carrizo Springs and Cotulla, so you'll be well above that mark by later this afternoon. All right, what do we have headed our way? So what I can tell you about Easter weekend is that it will be fairly cloudy and fairly humid. This is Sunday morning, and most of Texas will be dealing with either high clouds or low clouds, but either way, it's going to be mostly cloudy, and you'll definitely feel the humidity. That next storm system is starting to pull into the west coast at this point, and as it gets a little bit closer to Texas, still not stirring up a whole lot yet, but I think on Monday, it'll start to kick up a few showers and storms. Unfortunately, we're going to be on the very tail end of things, so our rain chance, honestly, is very low, but I can't count out a shower or storm late Monday night and then early, probably pre-dawn on Tuesday, and then we'll clear out on Tuesday and get some pretty good weather by midweek. Now, there is going to be severe weather with this storm system. It's just all going to be to our north. I think places like Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, there could be quite an outbreak of severe weather with this particular storm, but a lot of the energy is going to be up there and not with us. So our rain chance, as I said, is going to be fairly low. Right now I have it at about 10%, maybe 20% as we get into Monday night and Tuesday morning. Otherwise, low 80s, low to mid 80s this weekend with mostly cloudy skies, small rain chance on Monday. And then we clear out and we go back to those chilly mornings, 48 Wednesday morning, 47 Thursday morning, with temperatures in the 70s and 80s. And we're getting closer to getting some sort of idea of how things are going to shape up for the eclipse. Could be some clouds around, but it's still a little too early to say yet. We're going to keep you posted on that as well.
All right, Justin, go take a cough drop.
Will do.
Hey, the Texas Rangers opened up the season yesterday where they left off from last year. We got that for you. And who said soccer is a low-scoring game? Well, let's look at it. Let's see. How good does that look? That is being unveiled right there. That is the Texas Ranger Championship banner. Woo, for 2023 World Championship banner. Yeah, now hanging from the rafters at Globe Life Field. What makes it even sweeter, it's the first in franchise history. Texas hosting the Chicago Cubs on opening day yesterday, hoping to become the first team since the Yankees 24 seasons ago to go back. The Rangers win in 10, 5-4. Travis Jankowski homered in the bottom of the ninth to force extras. Jonah Heim's RBI single brought in the game winner. Bases juiced at that one. Rangers are now 1-0 on the season. It's off to a good start. Joe Esposito went from the bench coach to now sitting in the big chair for the Houston Astros, hosting Juan Soto and the New York Yankees on opening day. The Astros started the game off strong, 3 2-out RBIs in the bottom of the first. Solo bomb by Jake Myers to start the second. See ya. But the Yankees scored 5 unanswered, and in the bottom of the ninth, Kyle Tucker singles to right. Mauricio Dubon is coming home, and here is the throw, and he is out. Yankees hold on to win. All right, Yankees win the first game of the 4-game series, 5-4. Houston pitching allowed 9 walks and 8 hits. Ursula dropped the set out of her ring. After an 8-0 performance in the bi-district title game, the Davenport girls soccer team takes Floresville in the Class 4A area championship. The Wolves led by 5 at halftime. In the second half, Emily Shabbat with the one bouncer into the corner. Davenport up 6-0 off the corner kick. Riley Reisdorf, that's no. But the captain stays with it and goes top left corner, and that's a yes. The Wolves win the area championship 9-0.
It is so exciting. I mean, we've worked from this from day one. We are such a team. We're all best friends, and at practice we put in our best work, and then we come out here and we just show what we have.
Yeah, we can score a lot of goals, but I mean, it's just working together, not just being selfish, and just making sure that we execute them well. So when it comes time for the harder games, we know the situation to expect.
All right, congratulations to them. Hey, before they hit the field, our Lady of the Lake softball team held a doggy day, and head coach Bruce Lennington honored 4-year senior and the Saints' most valuable dog, Gus. Gus was given his doggy bone diploma. The #1 Saints bats were chewing up Houston Victoria pitching. Natalie Rodriguez, there's a double. And that's also an RBI. Cassandra Valdez comes in to score, bottom of the first. Bottom of the second, Kaylee Dries is up at the plate. And that is a drive. And that brings home another run. Saints run rule the Jaguars in the 5th inning, 8-0 the final over Houston Victoria. And the Spurs going for a rare 3rd win in a row tonight, hosting the Knicks. Need another big night from Devin Vassell. He scored over 25 for 18 times this season. He knocks down 31, going 4 for 8 from the field to lead the San Antonio Spurs, 118-111 over the Jazz. Victor Wembanyama had 19 points in that one, 5 blocks. The Spurs had 17 apiece to help San Antonio stay course after getting out to a 24-8 lead in Utah. Vassell received praise from head coach Greg Popovich after the game for being, quote, a monster on both ends of the court, being a defensive anchor behind Wembanyama, and Jeremy Sohan is an area of his game the 23-year-old prides himself on.
Just trying to be a leader out there on both ends of the floor. I talked about it earlier in the season where I just want to be kind of that defensive anchor. We have Vic. Jeremy's been playing great on the defensive end. You know, TJ's picking up full court, Blake, and you know, I want to be that next guy. I want to be somebody who's picking up and just being disruptive. So defensive end, I've just really been trying to anchor that, and then offensively, you know, coach has been, I say all the time, coach puts me in a great position to get downhill, get to my spots, pick them apart. You know, if they're trapping me, I can hit the short roll or the skip or whoever it is, and they've been knocking down shots. Kai came in and knocked down some big shots. So it was all in great night for a bunch of people. It was a great team effort, great team win.
I could use another one tonight. Once again, they host the Knicks.
You know, the struggle is real trying to stay hydrated.
Is that what that noise was?
Yeah, that was the noise.
Wow.
I'm in need of a new mug.
I don't think that's going to work anymore.
No.
Got some glue? Where's the
Everybody's
piece?
okay. No one was hurt.
Did you find the piece on the floor?
It went flying. A Schertz couple warning families after their child was prescribed a harmful dosage of medicine by their pharmacy when they realized something went wrong.
Hey, coming up today, new at 5, if you're looking to buy or sell, Facebook Marketplace can be an easy way to accomplish both, and so can becoming a victim. How to avoid scammers who are in the market to steal more than just your money. That's today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight. The CDC alerting doctors to watch for unusual symptoms now that a rare but serious bacterial infection is on the rise in the U.S. The infections are caused by a strain of meningitis bacteria. Meningitis symptoms usually include fever, headache, nausea, and a stiff neck. However, many of the recent cases show us a bloodstream infections, and about 4% also have painful infected joints.
It's also unusual that the infections are striking middle-aged adults. Normally, meningitis infections strike babies or adolescents and young adults. The CDC says in the cases identified this year, about 1 in 6 people have died, a higher than normal fatality rate for these infections. The agency says immediate antibiotic treatment is critical. Now to a warning, check your prescription medicine. When you get sick, you go to the doctor. Oftentimes they give you a prescription, but when you take it to the pharmacy, are you absolutely sure you're getting the right meds at the correct dosage?
That's what happened to some local parents. They were about to give their little girl medicine when they noticed something was off, and what they found out should be a lesson to us all.
Patty Santos walks us through what happened to them and what you should do when you pick up a prescription.
I was pretty nervous about giving it. I kept second guessing myself.
But just as Erin Chastain was preparing the dosage, something wasn't right. So she asked her husband Chase, who has a background as a registered nurse.
And she brought the syringe to me in bed and had it drawn up and said, hey, this is like a full syringe. This is a lot.
Double checking his math and then calling the pharmacy, they realized the dosage was wrong.
This is the recent prescription that they provide us, which is the correct dose, which is 1.5 mLs twice a day. This is the incorrect one, which gives 6 mLs twice a day, which would be 4 times the maximum dose for this.
They're grateful they caught the pharmacist's mistake, but now want to warn others.
A lot of people receive serious medications, and we just felt like as soon as this happened, our responsibility is to let people know, hey, you should double check this.
Melanie Stone, doctor of public health and assistant professor of family and community medicine at UT Health San Antonio, says human error and a complex healthcare system are part of the problem.
I can say we probably all had experiences with prescriptions maybe not being written as clearly as they should be.
Stone is a health literacy expert. She says anytime patients pick up new prescriptions from their pharmacist, take a minute to double check the labels in front of the medical staff.
Use that time, ask them, what is this medication for? How do I take it? Even if it's written there on the label, have the pharmacist go over it with you verbally.
She says even if you're already at home, call the pharmacist with concerns, especially if it's for a child.
Don't be afraid to ask questions and speak up, because it is your health, your family's health, and you have to be your greatest advocate.
We did reach out to the pharmacy for a statement, but we are not naming the pharmacy because it's not really clear where the breakdown in information happened and who's responsible for that mistake. The story, though, continues on KSAT.com. We do have some resources to better help you understand the labels on your prescription medications. Take a look at this article. You'll also find a link to the Texas State Board of Pharmacy to file any complaint or to even verify a pharmacist's license.
Outside with Live Cam, great start to the Easter holiday weekend. A lot of people camping at the parks. They're opened up so people can enjoy the weekend. And, you know, we've had those thunderstorms and high winds before, and it, didn't bode well for the campers. So
Kind of windy today.
A little breezy, yeah, but you're right. It's going to time out well weather-wise if you're going to be out and about at the parks for Easter weekend. And you can't tell me the dogs aren't loving this weather. Look at this picture. Sparky, my man Sparky, he's out at Hardburger. And, I didn't used to think dogs could smile, but Sparky looks pretty happy. He looks like a happy guy there on it looks like a walk yesterday evening. Beautiful sunset at Hardburger Park, and we sure hope that everyone who's going to be camping out or enjoying the weekend has a good time, and the weather, yes, I think will cooperate. As we look at the satellite picture, you can see the clouds that are starting to surge in from the west. So yeah, we'll get a little more cloud cover over the weekend. We'll see some of these high clouds, some low clouds as well, but it will still be warm and humid too, because we've got that good southerly wind gusting up to 30 miles per hour at this point here in San Antonio. Here's a look at the highs across Texas. We'll be close to 80 today, 87 in Laredo, 80 in Brownsville, 83 Lubbock. So warm just about everywhere you go. And that kind of pattern continues right on into tomorrow and Sunday. Where things start to change a little bit, well, that's Monday. We got a front through, maybe some thunderstorms, and some cooler weather next week. We'll detail that for you here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. The largest crane on the eastern seaboard arriving by barge so crews can begin removing the wreckage from that deadly Baltimore bridge collapse. The crane showed up at the site this morning. Maryland Governor Wes Moore says the large crane can lift up to 1,000 tons. It'll be used to clear the channel in order to continue to search for the 4 construction workers whose remains are still missing. The federal government released $60 million in emergency funding as a down payment to cover the cost of trying to reopen that port. Rebuilding the bridge could cost in the billions, and the effort could take years to complete. House Oversight Chairman James Comer has invited President Biden to testify publicly as part of his impeachment probe. Republicans hope to revive interest in their stalled inquiry into Hunter Biden's business dealings and possible ties to his father, the president. The White House called the move a sad stunt. Comer suggested an April 16th hearing date, but said he could negotiate with the White House on that timing. Meantime, Republicans are also discussing possibly ending their investigation by sending criminal referrals to the Department of Justice.
The IRS's Criminal Investigation Unit says it has looked into tax and money laundering cases that are worth about $9 billion. The more than 1,600 cases are related to COVID fraud. The agency says almost 800 people have been indicted for their alleged COVID-related crimes. 373 of them have been sentenced to time in federal prison. The Criminal Investigation Unit says it has a 98.5% conviction rate in prosecuted COVID fraud cases, and they say they plan on continuing this investigation since they now have additional resources provided by the Inflation Reduction Act. The updated statistics come on the 4th anniversary of the CARES Act.
Inflation ticked up last month, reversing recent progress. The Federal Reserve's preferred gauge, the Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index, was up 2.5% for 12 months that ended in February. That's a faster pace than January's 2.4% increase. The Fed has been working to get inflation down to 2%. Still, there were a few bright spots. Both the overall monthly pace of price increases and the personal consumption expenditures, excluding energy and food, slowed just a bit.
AAA has a warning for drivers. You will pay more for gas this spring. According to AAA, the early spring surge in oil prices was likely caused by Ukraine's targeting of Russia's oil infrastructure. But gas prices will now likely resume their usual slow and steady seasonal increase with summer break and summer vacations ahead. AAA also says new data shows gas demand dipped slightly last week. But while a lower demand usually helps push gas prices lower, AAA says they remain elevated as a result of those rising oil prices. The national average, $3.53 a gallon. Here in San Antonio, it's about $3. That's up a few cents from a month ago.
Pope Francis keeping a full schedule throughout this Holy Week despite recent health issues, presiding over Good Friday Mass this morning.
ABC's foreign correspondent James Longman has more from London.
Easter is the most important time of the year for Christians, and despite his cold and flu symptoms, his mobility issues that have plagued him recently, Pope Francis is presiding over Easter celebrations. He looked on good form at the washing of the feet ceremony Thursday. This is a ritual that seeks to emulate Jesus washing the feet of the disciples the night before he died. And Francis is the first pope to take these rituals out of the church and into the community. He did just that yet again at an all-female prison just outside of Rome, washing the feet of 12 female inmates, some of them crying as he did it, all from his wheelchair. He said to them his message was, Jesus always forgives. Tonight will be the Way of the Cross ceremony. That happens at the Colosseum, and for the first time in his papacy, he will deliver his own meditations. And then the big moment, Easter Sunday, he'll be delivering his blessing from the balcony at St. Peter's Square. Thousands will be there, millions will be watching around the world, and with wars raging in Ukraine and Gaza, his message, as ever, will be one of peace and hope. James Longman, ABC News in London.
Some sad news this noon. Oscar-winning actor Louis Gossett Jr. died today at the age of 87. That's according to a statement from his family released by his longtime publicist. Gossett won an Academy Award for his performance in An Officer and a Gentleman. He also won an Emmy for his role in the miniseries Roots. The statement did not reveal his cause of death, but early in 2010, he announced that he had prostate cancer.
Music lyrics have gotten simpler, angrier, and more repetitive. That's what a new study is saying. Researchers compared English language rap, pop, country, rock, and R&B songs from the 1980s to the 2020s. They found recently released songs are more repetitive and emotional. Songs use more rhyming lines, more chorus, and more anger-related words. The study also looked at which music genres people like to look up their lyrics for. Fans of rap and R&B show the most interest in song lyrics. The study also was published on Thursday in Scientific. This is a scientific study.
So you're looking up rap songs to see what the words are, because you can't understand it when they're singing them.
You know, this is, I mean, gone are the days of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, but I have some theories here. I think part of it is you're just running out of material. I mean, it's not infinite, the amount of words and
that's why the 80s were
that.
such a good decade for music.
Okay.
That's why we keep hearing them over and over again.
They were good.
No.
But I think today's music has some merit.
Nah, not as good as 80s.
70s so far. 59 was low this morning. Records are 94 and 35 set back in 2000. And 1987, David. That was a good year for music. It's a good one. All right, we'll take a look at the forecast coming up.
If they left our microphones on during the commercials, you would have heard a great debate about lyrics.
About music from the 80s.
Yeah.
Even the 70s were really good, too.
This debate could probably go on for quite a while.
Well, I'm thinking, like Billy Idol, that was some angry lyrics.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about with William back there, the 90s there was some pretty angry music in the 90s. So it's all relative, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, we could go on and on. We won't. We won't bore you with that. Let's talk about humidity and dew points. Where do we stand? So it is starting to get more humid out there. We've got a good southerly wind that's starting to bring in a lot more Gulf moisture, and these dew points are going to rise. So by Monday, we reach our peak, but as early as Saturday, we start seeing dew points in the 60s, and that's when it starts to feel muggy outside. So through the weekend, it will feel very muggy, and especially on Monday, before we get a front through, and then the dew points and the humidity fall off, and we get some drier air by Tuesday and Wednesday. There's a look at the wind gusts. Still gusting to 31 here at the airport. Castroville also reporting a 31 mile per hour wind gust. Los Maples 32, New Braunfels 29. You'll see these go up and down a little bit throughout the afternoon, but in general, gusts 20 to 30, maybe a little bit higher than that from time to time today. Here's a look at one of our computer models showing those wind gusts through 4 o'clock, still staying in that range. Even into this evening, it's still showing gusts 20 to 25. And I think it's going to take until probably late tonight, early tomorrow before those winds calm at least a little bit. 70 right now, dew point is at 55, southerly winds at 15. There's that gust at 31 in our forecast today. Off and on clouds, 80 by 4 o'clock. So that's our high temperature, 80 at 5 p.m. And then look for 70s this evening, 78 at 7 o'clock, 74 at 8 p.m. and then down into the mid 60s by about midnight or so. Here is the big picture across Texas. Yes, we do have a lot of clouds, none of which contain any rain, and that will be the case next few days. Lots of clouds over Easter weekend. We're watching the more active weather out over parts of California and the Pacific. That is our next storm system that we'll be watching, and this will be a major player for the country. For us, the impacts will be fairly minimal because of the track it takes, but you can see the spin right there. Pretty powerful system bringing good rain and snow to the higher elevations of California. So this system comes on board, pushes east, and by Monday starts to push into Texas. By early Monday morning, front starting to move into West Texas, doesn't really produce any rain. And where we are, it's not going to produce much rain either. It's just because we're on the tail end of things. A lot of the energy's up to the north. But we could see an isolated storm or two, mainly Monday night into very, very early Tuesday morning. And we're still talking about a 20%, maybe 30% chance here. The risk for severe weather with this system is going to be well to our north. Dallas, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, over to parts of Arkansas and Missouri. So 82 Saturday, 84 Easter Sunday, mostly cloudy. Small chance, we'll call it a 10% chance during the day on Monday, but I think Monday night to Tuesday, more like a 20% chance as that front comes through. That dries out, 74 on Wednesday with a morning low of 48 and 76 on Thursday. We'll be right back.
Mrs. Murray?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Megan with KSAT. Congratulations on behalf of KSAT and First Smart Credit Union. We'd like to present to you Educator of the Month.
Goodness, thank you so much.
Here at KSAT, we shine a spotlight on an educator every month throughout the school year. And for the month of March, we are recognizing a teacher who comes from a very long line of educators.
Stephanie Cerna introduces us to Nikki Murray, the special education inclusion teacher at Tuscany Heights Elementary at Northeast ISD. She is KSAT's Educator of the Month.
Educator of the
She
Month.
was my fifth grade student when I taught many years ago.
Oh my goodness,
Congratulations.
When our team surprised Nikki Murray at Tuscany Heights Elementary School with the Educator of the Month award, her mom, who is also an educator, was there to congratulate her, as well as her husband.
So my mother was one of my teachers, and she was in education for almost 40 years. Prior to that, both my grandparents were in education, so it kind of runs in the family. You want to do that, 11 minus 8?
Nikki has been in education for 13 years, and she's been teaching at Tuscany Heights Elementary for 11 years. She primarily works with fifth grade, and she tells us she loves her students.
I love the kids. All right, and what did you get? I love working with them every day and kind of seeing where they start and the progress that they make as they grow. So I've seen these kids, I've known these kids since kindergarten. I know, and to see them go all the way through elementary school is really special.
Nikki has two sons, a fifth grader and a second grader. And even with a busy life outside of school, her mother, Maureen Valls, tells us that Nikki always makes time for her students.
The next one.
One time, she was at football practice with her kids, and she was sitting in the car on her laptop. I go, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I have to figure out a way to get these kids to understand this lesson." It was 8 o'clock at night. That's my daughter. That's what I'm so extremely proud of. She's so passionate about her work, and she carries her kids in her heart.
Congratulations to Nikki. If you have a teacher you'd like to nominate, you can do that on our website. Just go over to ksat.com/educator or scan the QR code to take you directly to the web article.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Dedicated.
And speaking of sweet, there's a whole lot of sugar over at SA Live right now, and Mike's probably eating half of it.
Where's those?
Hang on, we're not going to get to the candy yet. And before we do that, we're going to have something a little more nutritious and healthy for you. Our favorite gardener, Liz Cabanella from Uprooted Gardens, is here. And for those of us that don't have the green thumb that you have, what's the easiest thing to grow?
Honestly, thyme. So many fun flavors, and it's really forgiving.
And herbs kind of in general, right?
Absolutely. I feel like for a first-time gardener, it's something easy to get growing.
And the nice thing is, you grow them in your garden, and then you can reap what you sow. And we're going to be showing you different ways to cook with them and make some refreshing drinks as well. A lot going on this weekend, and one place in particular, and that's where Jen is.
All right, here we go.
That's right, we're here at Divine Acre Farms. It's the Country Easter Fest. Look,
got my Easter egg, but you know what's missing? The Easter bunny. Oh, look, right here. Yes, lots of photo ops here. Great food. You can do fishing, Easter egg hunts, and it's happening today and tomorrow. We're going to tell you all about it, Mike. Thank you, Easter
Oh, that
egg.
sounds like fun. And we've got a whole list of different Easter egg hunts and activities all around town this weekend. Looking for a great place for Easter brunch? We're going to take you to a local restaurant just right around the corner, basically in our backyard. And yes, what is your favorite Easter candy? We've got all sorts of things here. Peeps, Reese's Peanut Butter Mini Eggs, Robin's Eggs, scan the QR code and vote. A whole lot more coming up on SA Live.